Okay, so we're going to walk you through some of the basics of CRM, our customer relationship management tool for Naylor. First off, we're going to go to our MIS icon and open up this MIS tree. You would double click on CRM, of course. Just take a moment to also note a couple of those other areas that you will be accessing fairly frequently are right here for document management, as well as the HRIS employee. So just wanted to make you aware of that. So here we are with CRM, and this is how your screen comes up in the beginning. I want you to notice that you have several tabs across this area. So these are different categories where your leads will be sorted into. And we also have a couple of drop-down boxes which we'll show you how to use. This particular tutorial is meant to walk you through some of the basics of CRM. So here's what you'll do. You will first select the project that you wish to work with. If you could click on that, it will pull up, usually, if you have any leads, it will pull up the leads that you have loaded into the system. Okay. If you wish to make a call, then you can either go to the direct dial button and you'll get this screen, or you can highlight whichever contact you wish to call and press Control D. What that will do is it will bring you into the same status and direct dial menus. These two are both separate. I want you to know. You will find in this area that you can type in notes on the top and as well as the bottom part. If you enter in a note, it will show up just like this one appears up here. It will show the date that it was entered. One thing that is a limitation is if you choose the same status every time, it will not enter multiple notes unless you actually type something down here. So my recommendation is to type in whatever you did last here. To further explain this, if you left a voicemail and you wanted to come back to this one again, aggregate industries, and you left a voicemail again, so if you pull this up in the status and you go left voicemail, if you come to this again, it only shows that one time. So just be aware of that. That can be solved by simply typing into this area. A couple of things that you want to notice about this is that you can sort them into a higher place. You can put them on the top shelf of your leads by putting high, or you can make them a little lower priority by ranking them low. I'll show you where this comes in handy a little bit later on. Also, it's very important to notice and make note of the status. So if you left them a voicemail, you can put that in. My recommendation is also to make notes that are something that you would recognize later on. LVM, for example, could stand for left voicemail. Whatever your shorthand is, be consistent with it so that you know what it means. Obviously, other designations such as made presentation, sale completed, turned down, IO sent or received, and emailed client can all be very important for you to follow up. Remember, you'll be contacting thousands of people and you won't remember everything. This makes it to where you don't have to. The other thing that's a nice feature here is that you can plug in a follow-up date. So here it is. It's April 12th. I'm doing this on a Saturday. If I wanted to follow up with them on a different day, I just choose the day. They said to call back on Tuesday, so I would click Tuesday, April 15th, hit OK, and want to draw some attention. There's a little box here that you can click. It's the follow up later. If you click them here, they will end up going into your follow-up tab up here. And it's just a way, again, to move and sort your leads to a higher shelf, so to speak. And these are the ones that you definitely want to follow up with if you're clicking on the follow up later box. The other thing that you can do while you're here is you can click on the bell. If you click on the bell, I would warn you to only do this on customers that you wish to absolutely have a follow-up with, or that you want to follow up at a specific time with. You can set that. It automatically sets for that date that you've already chosen for follow-up, so 4:15 again. And the time, it actually chooses the identical time to where you're at right now. I don't want to get that out of there. I do not want to have this time. That's too late. Nobody will be in. So I'll move that time frame back to when I think I would want to do that, and then click OK. And what will happen there is I will get a follow-up message like you just saw pop up a moment ago, and that will remind me to call them at the noted time. Another thing that is important here, just to let you know, you can click on Important Note, and what that does is if you have something happen as far as like say a presentation, and they want a full page, full color ad, I would click on this important note and maybe say they were out till Tuesday. Mention their new product. Whatever is going to be beneficial for us to remember. Again, grammar does not matter. These notes are mostly for you. So I clicked on important note. I'll save it on OK. And then aggregate, you'll notice that that client left my clients list. Where are they? Well, they're up here in the follow-up tab. So here they are. If I were to pull them up again, you would notice I have this yellow note. That's an important note. And it would be very easy to spot and, of course, access that information. The other thing I would show you is how to dial out as well as how to add new contacts in. So to dial out, you simply hit the dial button right here. If you hit the dial button, that would dial out through your phone, and it would call directly. What you would hear as it stands currently with our phone system is your phone would begin to ring, and you just need to hit the headset button for the call then to be routed to you. If you wanted to call a specific contact, let's say Jeff here had a different number than the other ones, then you would actually highlight that contact and then click dial, and it would dial that specific contact. Something else that is a feature is if you click modify, it opens up this menu here. If you received an email address from Jeff, you would simply place it into there, and from now on that email would be available. It's also very handy to check to see if other contacts have an email address. So for in this instance, Dean does have an email address, dean.bielke@aggregate.com. I'll probably assume that Jeff is probably jeff.reader@aggregate.com. So that's kind of a nice feature as well. So that's the main dialing feature. So those are some of the main dialing features of CRM. I'll be going over a couple more features in a couple more videos here. So thanks for hanging in and tuning in with us, and hopefully this helped you in your journey in understanding Naylor's CRM resource.